Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us. Hope you can hear me. I'm sure you can. Just double checking to make sure that everything is in place. Everything is in place. Congratulations, well done. Really quick video today. I always say that and it always goes a bit too long anyway, but look, I do the best I can. Wearing the Saints jersey today. It's wildcard weekend in the States, so a bit of NFL going in the background. Work is back. People have started to go back to, properly get back into it. The market is doing what it should do when people start to go back into it. We're seeing a bit more excitement going into it, a bit more push-pull on things as well, which is really good, really handy, as opposed to just one-way traffic all the way through, which is great. Still really happy, still really bullish on the market. The updates on last week, I promised that I'm doing this Monday thing every week now, and that's what I'm going to do. Monday, this is Monday, I'm going to do a Monday. So it's Monday, so here we go. Now, the main news that came in last week was Trump inciting an effective riot and a constitutional situation. My kids are still here as well; they're in the background. But a constitutional situation. We all know what happened. That happened. That's happened. But we've seen that the tech companies have started to strip them out and started to take down all of his access to basically every single site that he possibly has. Congratulations! You're about 4 or 5 years too late. But look, better late than never. You cowards! So they've actually done it. I would rather that they'd done it a few years ago, as opposed to waiting until he's about to leave office before sinking the boot in. It just shows that they're even weaker than I thought that they were in the first place. But that's not my view to really care about. My view is to try and play the range. I see that the tech companies are overcompensating for 4-5 years of mishandling the far right and the conspiracies and the fake news and that media. Now, it happens on the left too. We know that it happens on the left. But here's the thing. The left are in charge now. The Democrats have taken both seats in the Senate, so they now have the balance of power in Congress. And they've got the presidential, they've got the House, they've got the Senate. So for anything that is a really favourable policy, the Dems will run it and they will go with it. So keep an eye on that. Something like tax increases, it's not going to happen. You're going to get one Democrat senator who's going to say they don't want it. They've all got veto power now. Every single Democrat is a veto power. And if they don't want to do it, then they won't do it. So something popular like potentially really going after Mark Zuckerberg, for example, and Facebook for what they did in 2016 of not handling fake news and being able to distribute that huge misinformation that they did in 2016. The Dems didn't forget that. They're going to go after them. So that's why I'm looking at this one. Now, if we didn't own Facebook on the quant, I wouldn't want to own it, wouldn't want to touch it at all. But we do, so what I've done is I bought some puts next to it, and that's the way that it goes. So that's really the big play. I see that Facebook is going to get smashed the worst of any company that's in the market right now. Any of the big names, I think that Facebook, I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole unless our quant said we did. So that's what we've got, those puts to be able to protect a bit of the downside, which is great. Gold, I mean, Biden is going to be getting the money printer out. He can do what he wants. He's got full support. He can hammer and tongs it. So not only is that good for the markets, but gold came off on Friday, but just on stability. But I see gold as being a fantastic buy. Buying dips on gold. So we're selling put spreads on gold. I'll be doing that right now before I head to lunch. All eyes on that, which is really good. Now, going through the rest of it, value obviously turning around. I'm looking at going long yield in 10-year treasuries, so shorting the treasuries, going long the yield. I just need to find an appropriate way of doing that for our client base, of being able how to do that. So something that's not too confusing, because I like to keep it simple. And selling a put spread on gold is about as far as I'd like to be when it comes to actually explaining things to clients. If a client doesn't understand it, don't do it, and that's where it is. So I really make sure that I have to sit down and really go through these strategies with clients to make sure they get it and make sure they're all on board with it. If there's any hesitation, I won't do it, because A, it's not right, and B, it's illegal. But so moving on from that, I'm pretty much done. Asia has absolutely popped. It's fantastic. Look at this Asian ETF that we've got. It's up 4.5% today. Asia is fantastic. VG8 is not following that through, but it's not the immediate Chinese tech that's on there. It's got different things through that emerging market space. So value is going up because yields are going up. That's a piece of cake. Industrials are going up, just attached to the big flow and the money flow through from the States. Infrastructure is going to go up. We don't own PAVE anymore, but I'm happy for XLI. I'm also happy for 5G, which I still own. I'm very happy to hold as well. That's my alternative for infrastructure. We sold PAVE, but I'm happy to own that 5G ETF. So that's why, because it's infrastructure. 5G is infrastructure. You can't have 5G without having a whole bunch of towers around the entire place. Look, that's it for today. Smashing day outside. Get out amongst it. Don't go back too hard into the market. Don't go back too hard into work. Get yourself set and just ease into it one pant leg at a time. as you do. But those are the trades that I'm doing. We've got one switch that's going on in the local market on our V3 area. We sold Worley. I won't tell you what we're buying, but we sold Worley. That was a 10% profit in a week. Really happy with that trade as well. The quant strategy is working, and it's working really well. So I'm very happy with that as well. No changes on our GRS, on our rotation strategy. But look, if you want any more information about that, let me know. Apart from that, well done the Saints today. Drew Brees, 42 years old. He's 2.5 years older than me, and he's just won the wildcard game. So it just shows me that I'm coming up on my 40th year, and I've still got a little bit of life left in me. I think as long as he's out there still scoring touchdowns, it's all okay. Look, that's the game. That's the box and dice. Have a good one. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you later on. See ya.